dirty sneak!
Who are we talking about?
Roxanne! She keeps throwing curveballs at me!
Perhaps. Although whether or not wicked intentions are afoot, the local economy is turbulent. If we've any hope of surviving, we must be nimble, versatile, unfailingly vigilant.
It would be easier if I had room for more cauldrons. Imagine if I could brew more than one type of potion at a time. Of course, if I were making more potions, I'd also want more shelving space.
You're right. Carpentry could be a worthwhile investment, so long as you don't blow through your meager profits.
Gotta spend it to make it. Only where do I spend it? Do you know any carpenters?
I've heard of one, a witch of great skill who lives at the very edge of the forest. Saffron is her name.
All right, I'll fly out there and introduce myself. You know, in all my ample free time.
And yet you still find time to complain to me.
It's nice out here.
Sorry about that. I was just securing the timber I need to put the finishing touches on a new galleon.
You're building a whole galleon? From scratch?
Well, nothing is made from nothing. The forest provides everything I need for my projects. And every carpenter should build a fleet every now and then. Keeps you sharp. My name's Saffron, by the way. Would you like to hear more about my services?
That's why I'm here. I'm Sylvia. I run a potion shop in town.
Hello, Sylvia. You're most welcome here. And if potions are your business, then sooner or later you'll need fuel for your cauldron's fire. I can supply whatever you need, From the magic-infused hardwood of this enchanted forest to more exotic fare.
Sounds amazing.
Hold on now, that's only the half of it. I'm also a fully licensed carpenter of no small skill. Looking to make the most of your limited space? I'll fix her up in no time. Now, what did I miss? Was there anything else you were looking for?
Maybe some advice? I'm still pretty new to running a business.
And I've been at it a long time.
Really? How old are you?
Well, there's your advice, I suppose. Never ask a witch her age.
Sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
Oh, just teasing. Don't ever apologize for being curious.
But I noticed you aren't answering the question.
You're cute, Sylvia. I think I like you.
You're cute too. I like your hat.
I also like my hat. Keeps the sun out of my eyes. So, maybe I do have some odd bits of wisdom to share. First, get a hat. Second, I can see that you're stressed. You carry tension in your shoulders. But you mustn't let the trials of life, whether customers or debt or family drama, rule you. Instead, practice a bit of mental self-care in the form of meditation. Your business will only thrive when you yourself thrive. So, how'd I do?
I can definitely use that. Thanks.
Why don't you make it a point to come back soon, and I'll see what else I can come up with. And a visitor who comes seeking wisdom? I'm making slow but steady Would you care to pitch in?
Is it just...
Well, it's an... But green contains Success will require...
Ha!
Yes, that's quite a technique.
I don't want to make too much, but it must get long.
I wouldn't say that. And I keep...
You made a whole
Well, a well-played... But I don't mean it as a jab when I say that I enjoy the
The feeling's very mutual.
That's right. After all, what good is kindling without a spark, But I'm curious about something. Let me turn your question around on you. Doesn't the hustle and bustle of town ever wear you down?
No, I thrive on it.
Well, we're very different people in that respect. And it's worth keeping in mind that some of your customers are probably with a soothing voice and help guide their thoughts through the storm.
I can be a perfect picture of placidness. Watch me.
I believe it. Now, have you seen a pine green?
Sylvia, it is good that you are here today. Are you not, after all, a mistress of mixology?
As a matter of fact, I am.
That is excellent, for I have great need of your talents. Come, let us bring color to this gray world. I wish to make a particular shade of purple. If you'll do the stirring, I'll provide the pigment. Ah, 'tis a plum color. Far too much red. Periwinkle, I fear we have overcorrected. Heather! Lavender! Ah, boysenberry! I only want mauve, Sylvia. Mauve! Is this too much to ask?
Maybe we should ask someone for a ratio.
Yes, of course. To continue down this path would be folly. But though mauve has eluded me, I shall not despair. For there is birdsong on the air, a hint of blooming flowers upon the wind, and... Oh, Sylvia, I am sorry, but I cannot continue this charade. Truth is, I am unhappy this day.
We all have our down days. I'm sorry you're having one now.
Ah, your compassion is the very balm my soul has been craving.
So, what's got you down? I'm guessing this is about more than the paint.
It is the work, Sylvia. The work weighs heavily upon me.
The work?
The great work! The masterpiece to which I am steered by my ancestors. It is at an impasse. I feel directionless and, well, I had thought to make a request of you, but I find myself hesitant to even give it voice.
You're cute when you're shy. I like the softer side of you.
Oh, Sylvia, if you intend to see me blush, well, you will find your efforts thwarted by my magnificent mustache!
Form and function.
That's so you.
I feel very seen in this moment, and it is exhilarating. But, back to the subject at hand, yes? Sylvia, I feel that you...
Wow. No pressure.
Prepare yourself for an aesthetic assault upon the senses, the likes of which Rafta has never seen. Prepare yourself for... Untitled! So, what do you think?
Assault is right. I need counseling after that.
There are... Nope.
Hey! And thanks for sharing your work in progress.
Wait, you must!
Thank you for accompanying me on this little adventure, Sylvia.
Sure. Although, I'm not sure how much adventure we'll find in the marketplace.
Don't you know? Adventure can be found anywhere. For that matter, so can loot. And I have a feeling Raftus Marketplace is a treasure trove just waiting to be discovered. I realize a shopping day is probably old hat to you, but it's something I've rarely had a chance to experience.
Do you have a shopping list?
There are a few specific sundries we need for the guild hall, but mostly I want to walk around and see what catches my eye. Only there's a catch. I'm on a budget! Isn't it thrilling?
Now that I can relate to. I know a thing or two about living on a budget.
Ah, what luck! Please feel free to offer constructive feedback along the way. Oh, what's that over there? This looks intriguing. Instant coffee. Huh, how convenient. Interesting. It's sort of, gritty on my tongue. I never thought of coffee having mouthfeel before. Wow! I have to have it. Look at that! 4-in-1 soap, Sylvia! A single elixir that functions as shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and toothpaste! It does it all!
A modern marvel for sure. If only I'd thought of it first.
Oh, if only you had! You'd be the envy of this whole town. I have to imagine this will bring good cheer to the guild hall. A minty, fresh morale boost! But that will be my final purchase of the day. I am out of cash. Despite my judicious use of those paper leaflets I got in the mail, coupons, was it? I was impressed by those. So impressed, in fact, I had one made up just for you.
Hey, I can definitely use this.
I hope you will, Sylvia. Come and see me at the guild hall soon. Assuming I can make my way back there while weighed down with...
It's time to do our civic duty, Sylvia. It's a good thing you're wearing gloves. Nothing can withstand the caustic saliva of the mustachioed lizard, including nasty little microbes.
Does that also include this bucket? Because I think it's starting to smoke.
Whoops! We'd better hurry and hit as many spots as we can. Phew! It feels so good to do something normal. Well, normal for me. The hunt for a legendary weapon has been eventful, but exhausting.
What's the latest?
I've been keeping an ear out for rumors, and I finally heard a promising one about a masterwork sword hidden in the heart of the forest. I tried to get a party together, but my guildmates are super wary of that part of the forest on account of the endless eerie fog. So, I spent hours wandering around alone in the mist. I'm sure I was walking in circles at one point, but I didn't give up. I have the blisters to prove it!
Did you ever find the sword?
Yeah, but it was totally rusted. I guess if you're ever looking to stash a blade away for a generation or two, you shouldn't leave it in a damp, mist-shrouded forest. At least I got my steps for the day.
That's looking on the bright side, as usual.
Hey, I'm not gonna mope. I've got plenty of other leads to follow. But, to be honest, I hope I get my hands on something soon. I'm starting to have visions of myself as a washed-up wannabe. If I'm not careful, I could end up like the very first hero I ever met.
You're definitely not a wannabe. I get the impression you're doing a great job.
Thanks, but let's be real. I can always do better. That's what my quest is all about. Gaining the power to level up. Then again, they say power corrupts. What if I get my hands on a powerful weapon and it changes me? What if I go all Dark-Ment, destroyer of worlds?
I'll keep you in check, I promise. Even if I must strike you down in order to save you.
I believe you could do it too, Sylvia. Okay, with you in my corner, I suppose I don't have to worry so much.
So you'll keep looking for a weapon?
Yeah, I'm no quitter. And sometimes it's not until your back's against the wall that you see what you're really capable of. That's when you break out the Blitz. You know what I mean?
You know I do.
Good. I'll keep you posted on my quest. And don't worry, I'm sure I'll have good news soon.
Sylvia, I'm troubled and I could use a spot of advice. I overheard some of my people. They were questioning my qualifications. They suggested that I'm only good for pushing papers, that I have no idea what it's like to do what they do. And after I found such marvels at the market too, I thought for certain the instantaneous coffee would win them over. I need the heroes in my employ to respect me if I'm going to have any hope of keeping our numbers up, but I'm unsure how to go about earning that respect.
Get drinks with them. You know, loosen up and show them you're relatable.
Fraternizing isn't a terrible idea, although I'd worry about losing too much authority. I want to be liked, but I am the boss. I think instead, my way forward is to prove them wrong, to show them that I can handle myself in the field.
Isn't that dangerous?
That's rather the point. I have to prove that I understand the danger. Only then will I have the right to send others into the line of fire. I confess I'd rather spend the day catching up on chores, but sometimes there can be no forward momentum without first giving up some ground. I suppose that's the technique you could use in your own negotiations.
Yeah, no kidding. My whole life is about compromise.
Then I hope you won't put up too much of a fight when I insist you join me on patrol. Onward! It's not so bad out here, is it? I mean, there's an awful lot of dirt, but so far nothing's tried to eat us. But hold! What's that rustling in yonder bush? Well, I wasn't expecting to run into trouble quite so soon, but consider it dispatched.
That was hot. I enjoyed watching you leap into action like that.
And knowing you were watching made me feel bold. Now, let me harvest anything that might be of use from the remains. And then, we picnic!
Is a picnic usually part of patrol duty?
Well, no, but I think I've sufficiently proven myself. And there is no sense in letting the caviar I brought go bad.
Up until now, I've only ever used fish eggs for potions.
Then that settles it! We must picnic forthwith! Because caviar can turn quickly, and what a shame it would be for us to vanquish a slimy foe, only to be vanquished in turn by spoiled roe.
That's all.
wonder if Owl knows how to sweep.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, Mint. Need a potion?
Maybe later. I'm actually here to talk about something a little awkward. I don't like to gossip about people, but I also don't believe in keeping secrets. Sometimes it can be an impossible bind.
Whatever you need to tell me, I can keep it in confidence.
It's about Roxanne. I know you're scheduled to go up against her in the competition, and I think she's up to something.
She definitely has an up-to-no-good air about her. But it sounds like you're talking about something specific.
Yeah, one of my guildmates bought some healing potions from her recently. He paid a pretty sum for them. But when he shared one with an injured colleague, it didn't work! It didn't do anything at all!
Yikes.
Big yikes! We go into some pretty dangerous situations, so a faulty health potion is a big deal. It could have been really bad, Sylvia. Fortunately this time, the injury in question was just a paper cut. There are a lot of paper cuts since Baptiste started routing so many forms.
So you're saying that Roxanne's potions aren't very effective?
It's more than that. After what happened, I'm not sure they even are potions. I brought my concerns to Baptiste, but he said an inquiry would take weeks. It wouldn't be done in time to help you.
You've helped me just by coming to me with this. Now I'm sure I'm the better potion maker. And I refuse to lose to a phony. So if I wasn't fired up before, I sure am now.
Good, because I'm rooting for you, Sylvia, and I'm not the only one.
Let me put my tools aside and give you my full attention.
What are you working on?
A bit of everything. At the moment, I'm putting the finishing touches on a set of wooden tongs for a pickle merchant. But in the last few days, I've had more commissions than ever before. I had heard the Heroes Guild's new ringleader was having some success with his recruitment drive, for better or worse. I suppose I should have realized that more heroes meant more civilians, too. And now, for the first time in decades, town is booming. I mean, it's gotta be if they need a whole merchant just to sell pickles.
It sounds like you're pretty busy. I could come back later.
Don't be silly. If we didn't make time for pleasant diversions, we'd both be working too much. That might be a lesson for your own shop. Sometimes a customer prefers a bit of casual conversation to speedy service.
You're so right. That personal touch is important.
Speaking of which, I should probably deliver these tongs in person, but I don't quite know my way around town. How would you feel about showing me around? Goodness, so many people. Where did they all come from? It's almost overwhelming.
You get used to it. Even the smell fades after a few days.
I'm not sure I'd want to get used to it. Did you see how many booths are selling ready-to-wear clothing? Doesn't anyone sew at home anymore? Next thing you know, people will be paying money to have strangers prepare their meals or cut their hair. This place has changed quite a lot. When I first set hoof to shore, the livestock here outnumbered the people.
Anything you want to pick up while we're here?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm mostly self-sufficient. Aside from potions, of course. I'm all thumbs there. Today, I'm content simply to take in the sights.
You're the nicest sight around. I'm sure I'm not the only one here who thinks so either.
Even more alluring than a jar of pickles, am I? You're fun, Sylvia. I like a gal who knows how to flirt. In fact, it's been such a pleasant outing, I almost forgot we were here on an errand. So thank you, Sylvia, for the gift you've given me today. The gift of your company.
I can see it in your eyes, Sylvia. You wish to know if I have made progress. You wish to know if the great work nears completion. Sadly, the answer is no. Your dear Muktuk is in a rut.
What's the problem? Maybe I can help.
That is good of you, but my difficulty, it is metaphysical in nature. At this stage in my pilgrimage, the ancestors should bellow, filling my muscles with resolute purpose. Instead, they whisper, they gesture, and I find myself unsure how to proceed.
You can't rush genius. Isn't that what you said before?
Wise words, Sylvia. Wise words. The ancestors, they offer guidance when they are ready, and not before. And yet, I find I cannot sit idle while I await clarity. Perhaps seeking beauty in the world at large shall kick something loose. Hey! It is decided. A change of scenery is called for. A quest for inspiration! Let us away! And here we are, in the bosom of nature's beauty! See there, cradled gently between the branches. The bird's nest is a marvelous thing. It serves a purpose, a crucial one. That purpose informs everything about its construction, from the materials used to its very shape. Yet, there is room for flourish, for creative expression. See how no two nests are precisely alike. See the subtle variations employed. In that protean gap between form and function, purpose and playfulness. That is where we see art.
I went to meet the bird who used tinsel in her nest. Very festive.
Quite so. A daring choice. I find I like this forest biome, Sylvia. We do not have them where I am from.
Really? No trees?
Oh, we have trees, but they are solitary, barren things. The harsh, wintry climate of my homeland does not allow for such verdancy.
No wonder you're so scantily clad. Not that I'm complaining.
It is certainly hot here, and I feel warmer still when you are near. But this is why we travel, why we leave the safety of home, to see things we would otherwise not dream possible. For even the wildest of imaginations is limited by our context and our experiences. The broader your horizons, the bolder your imaginings become.
It can get lonely, though. Being an outsider. Being so far away from home.
I know well of what you speak, for even in a land of immigrants, Muktuk is a curiosity. But this is why, as I have said before, we must know our own worth. Where others might falter, we, as working artisans determined to leave our mark on a strange land, must put our best selves forward. And if in our heart of hearts we hold some doubt, we do not show it. Instead, we show confidence and unshakable bravado!
Fake it till you make it, right? But hey, how are you feeling about your project? You seem super inspired by that nest.
A wondrous sight it was! Yet, in truth, I think it could have been better. The execution was interesting, but there was something deeply derivative in the conception.
Harsh, but fair.
Alas, it is ever so. Other artists with their own flaws and foibles can only ever offer so much. Still, my mood is improved. I am happy to have spent this time in nature. And most assuredly, to have spent it with you.
You know I like to live dangerously. But this is a whole new level, walking into the monster-laden woods alongside my stalker.
Stalker? I just enjoy your company. That doesn't make me a stalker.
Sylvia, that is exactly what a stalker would say.
I suppose I could leave, but then you'd be all alone in the woods.
Nah, don't leave. That'd be dumb. We just got here, and I'm not the type to quit till I get what I'm after.
There's a haggling tip in there somewhere. Don't quit when things are difficult.
That's sort of trite, though. I'd be more likely to tell you not to quit while you're ahead. When your opponent is backed into a corner, when you can see their soft, exposed underbelly, don't let up. Pour on the pressure instead.
Brutal. But whatever gets the job done. And actually, speaking of jobs, shouldn't we leave the forest to the heroes?
Heroes are like sledgehammers, and sometimes you need a shiv. Now, be quiet or you'll scare away the monsters.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Maybe I could help, if I knew what you were looking for.
I'm just looking for something new. Anything different from the same old crap. I swear, if that smiling twit with the hammer brings me one more slime...
Oh, you wanted to get me alone, huh? You don't need an excuse.
Do I strike you as the indirect type? I wanted you here in case there's any trouble.
Am I the muscle again?
Not exactly. Oh, what's that old saying? You don't have to outrun the blood-crazed carnage beast. You just have to outrun the person standing next to you.
Quinn? Am I here as bait?
Sylvia, I'm wounded. If you were bait, I'd hide your broom in the bushes and slash your tendons. Obviously.
Where is my broom?
I'd say see you soon. But I'm pretty sure your funeral's gonna be closed casket.
Don't you dare leave me here!
Oh, I'm just playing. You sure know how to cheer me up, Sylvia. All that flailing and crying.
I wasn't crying.
Oh well. There's always tomorrow.
That's all of them, for now.
I can scarcely believe...
Yes.
I certainly...
I see you haven't burnt the place down yet. Pity.
Roxanne, welcome back to my humble shop.
You don't need to wheel out the folksy charm for me, dear. I know where we stand.
Do you? Because I've never really been sure.
It's always the same with you. The false humility, the feigned politeness. While all this time you've been poaching my customers.
That's not how I see it. I'd like to think this town, this market, is big enough for the both of us. If your business is suffering, maybe it's because there's less to your potions than meets the eye.
I don't know what you think you're implying. My potions are completely legitimate. And even if you'd somehow figured out that they weren't, who would believe your sour belly aching over my natural charms?
I don't need to win a popularity contest. I just need to show everybody the truth. I'm the better potion maker and the better negotiator.
Then it's a contest of substance versus style. I know which side I'd bet on. Get some sleep, Sylvia. Tomorrow, we tango. And I've got moves like you've never seen before.
Ooh, the nerve of that woman! Don't let her get under your skin. Whatever she has planned for tomorrow, you are equal to it.
Thanks, Owl. I hope you're right.
I am right. I'm sure of it. Now, get some rest. For tomorrow will be a day unlike any other.
Come one, come all, and welcome to Raptor's inaugural market competition! 2 fine competitors stand before us this day, but only one can triumph. The other will be fed to the griffins! I'm joking, of course. There was no budget for griffins. I am Baptiste, Guildmaster of the local chapter of the Heroes Guild, and your estimable master of ceremonies for today's historic contest. The rules are simple. Each contestant was asked to prepare potions in advance. The potions will be considered one at a time. We'll see 2 potions from each contestant. And in the event of a tie, a 3rd potion will be evaluated. Contestants may use their negotiation skills to argue for a better price. The winner of each round is the person whose potion fetches the greatest sum. The first to win 2 rounds is the victor. Now, let's meet our contestants. First up is a woman who does not have time for your nonsense. Hailing from, and I quote, someplace very hot. She is known for making potions of tremendous beauty. Give it up for the beguiling, the sophisticated Roxanne!
I'd hate to be in your shoes right now, Sylvia. I mean, I wouldn't want to be mistaken for a clown.
Our next competitor is new to Rafta, but she's already made quite an impression. A recent college graduate, what she lacks in experience, she makes up for with pluck. Customer subscriber is doing the best she can, probably, and in my price range. Let's give a warm Rafta welcome to Sylvia!
Hey, Roxanne. You're a washed-up has-been. You had your turn. Now step aside and make room for some young blood.
Oh, there'll be blood. I can promise you that.
Of course, we mustn't neglect this season's judge. It is my genuine honor to introduce Robin! That's right! Robin the Witch Slayer! Robin the Tastemaker! He's Rafta's homegrown hero, and he's here to decide today's winner!
It's a privilege, truly. I'm eager to see what the contestants can do.
I think that's our cue! Places, everyone!
We'll take our places, all right. Sylvia's place is right here, beneath my fashionable boots.
And we're off!
Have you ever seen such a beauty?
It's certainly alluring, but how effective is it?
I assure you, this is one potion you can judge by appearances.
In that case, it's a treasure. I'll value it at...
You flatterer.
Now let's hear from contestant number 2.
One potion coming up.
I'd recognize a health potion anywhere. I believe it meets the requirements, yes. Wow, an impressive showing right out of the gate. It's not even a contest. Sylvia wins round 1.
Dang, this is easier than I expected.
Why, you sloppy little upstart! You have no idea who you're messing with, but I'll show you. I'll show everyone! I am sick to death of dimming my flame! That's much better.
Wow! Did anyone see that coming? We don't normally get this sort of excitement in the lower circuits, folks.
I'm done holding back. So, why don't we try that again?
Your flair for the dramatic gets top marks. But what about your next potion?
This one is utterly incandescent with demonic mojo.
And what level of fire resistance does it offer?
Let's just say you'll want to take a swig before you stand too close.
I hear that. I'll give it a value of...
Ooh! I can smell Sylvia's despair from here.
Sylvia, any dramatic reveals for us?
Just this perfect little concoction.
Looks like a fire tonic to me. And this particular fire tonic is one to envy. Well, I'd love to draw this out for dramatic effect, but the outcome is all too obvious. Sylvia, take a bow.
Ha! I knew I'd win, but I didn't know I would dominate!
What? Her? Are you kidding me with this? Well, I suppose the cat's out of the bag. There's no taking that bet. And it's just as well. That false form was beginning to feel so stuffy. Sometimes a demon needs to stretch her tail a bit.
I don't understand. Why pretend to be something you're not?
First rule of business, image is everything. People see all this diabolical fabulousness, and they make assumptions. I decided it would be easier to sell them on the idea I'm an average, everyday potion which, if I looked the part, now that the dullards have gotten wise, so to speak, I have no choice but to pull up stakes and move on.
I didn't mean to put you out of business.
Don't give yourself too much credit, dear. My shop's been on borrowed time from the start.
Maybe I could help you somehow?
Oh, Sylvia. Envy me, emulate me, desire me. But never pity me. Don't you dare.
Okay, that was stressful. If only I had a huge sum of money to take my mind off it. Oh, that's right! I totally do! And then Roxanne said something snarky and just sort of swaggered away. I could swear she actually swaggers more when she loses.
So you really won? Baptiste gave you the prize and everything?
Yes, Owl. Keep up. Are you really so surprised that I won?
Not at all, not at all. I'm delighted, Sylvia. It's the best news I've had. And it's also, I should think, an important lesson for you. When you find a move you think is nice, make a point to it.
I'm not afraid to repeat myself. Or to repeat myself.
Say, do you feel a sudden chill?
Congratulations are in order, Sylvia. The whole town is abuzz with news of your victory.
Yeah, sure. Congratulations, and now pay up, right? You don't waste any time, do you? I thought I'd at least get to cuddle with it for a little while.
Time is money. That's true for both of us. The sooner I have your payment, the sooner you can return to your endeavors.
In that case, I'd like to make a deposit.
The most satisfactory transaction. It's true what they say, isn't it? Easy come, easy go.
Not that it was particularly easy. Well, it was nice being flush while it lasted, but it sure didn't last long.
Don't let it get you down. And don't let her spoil your night. We're still in business, and that's no small thing. The cycle begins anew. It's time to start working toward the next competition.
I did it before. I can do it again.
Yes, you did before, on the lowest circuit. This time the challenges will be even greater. But I have good news. I submitted some paperwork, greased a few palms, and got your professional license upgraded. You're now clear to utilize new ingredients, which will allow you to craft more advanced and more valuable potions. With this, you'll have access to new potion recipes. And you can send heroes to entirely new regions.
That'll come in handy, I bet. The second competition probably requires more complex potions.
In fact, I have that information right here. At a glance, you'll notice... Wait a minute. Who scribbled on... Oh, is that supposed to be Roxanne's face? Oh, that's very mature. At any rate, the potions you'll be required to brew are right there, as is the not insignificant reward. The stakes, of course, are as high as ever.
I'm no artist, but I thought it was a pretty good likeness.
Perhaps if you spent less time doodling, then... Oh.
That's a fine-looking owl.
Who?
Huh. Strange. I don't recognize his dialect.
Sadly, the owl's not for sale. But can I get you a potion?
Not here to buy. Just wanted to do some recon. Your potions don't look like much, but I can smell they're the real deal.
Are you serious?
Usually, yes. Magic's got a stink to it. A natural funk, obvious to the trained nose.
Maybe I should get some incense. Or start perfuming the owl. So my name's Sylvia. This is my shop, Funk and All.
No. Oh, right. People trade names. I'm Corsac, and you look to be my rival in the coming competition.
Is that so? Well, I should warn you, Corsac. I'm good at what I do. I won yesterday's contest, and I've been studying potion making for years. Graduated at the top of my class.
Sounds impressive, but there isn't an ivory tower in the world that can teach what I've learned in Mother Nature's thorny embrace. I started making potions out of necessity, for survival, not for grades or profit. Now I run a fully independent and sustainable operation. My potions are all natural, brewed from ingredients that I gather with my own two hands.
You'd think that would make it harder to applaud yourself. Listen, you talk a good game, but I'm getting the hang of this, and it'll take a lot more than a lecture to scare me.
Good on you. Talking's overrated anyway. Well, let the people of Raft to decide who's got the right idea. Be seeing you.
So that's my next competitor. What do you think? Should I be worried?
He lacks a certain social grace, but all that talk about sustainability could certainly win people over. I'd say he bears watching closely.
Hoot. Hoot, hoot, hoot?
You're hilarious, you know that?